Hi everyone, it's Linda here from Be Clear. Hope you're doing well. Today we are talking about our Airway Clearance Toolkit, but more specifically, uh, vibration vests. So many of you know I do have a vibration vest. I have a smart vest, and I've had it for several years. I was happy to get it. It was during a time where I had been away for 18 months in California. We were going there in the winter, and then with COVID, stayed a while longer, and I hadn't seen my doctor in 18 months. So when I went to see her, the CT scan showed that there was some more bronchiectasis in my lower lobes, and I still had my MAC infection at that point. And we were talking about maybe the medications, but I said, you know what, let me just try upping my airway clearance and making other little changes. So that's what I did, and she ordered me the smart vest, and I got it right away. She didn't ask me which vest I wanted. For whatever reason, that's the one she ordered. And quite frankly, it works well in my lifestyle because it is small and you can more easily, I would say, bring it on trips if you choose to. You can also just leave it home. But when I would go to California for the winter for several months, I would bring it. If I were going to Italy I wasn't going to be dragging it over cobblestones, so I would leave it home. And again, one of the main things at Be Clear is to be flexible, to be kind to yourself, not to create this prison that where all these devices and things become ball and chains, and then you just become anxious and depressed, and this just takes over. Uh, so talking about the vest, I am saying I do think it made a difference. I made lots of other little changes as well that I discuss in my book, The Be Clear Method to Living with Bronchiectasis, and discuss one-on-one with clients, because no one wants to go on the antibiotics if they don't have to, but there are times when we have to, and it might be in the future, being that I have moderate bronchiectasis, not mild, that I might in the future need to take antibiotics for, hopefully not, but for a MAC infection. But be that as it may, there are other ways of getting that exterior vibration. Now, I'm not saying a handheld massager is the same as an $18,000 vest. No, it's not really squeezing, but there is exterior vibration where when you go to use it, your voice, there's a vibration in your voice. And I've been told by respiratory therapists that when they hear that sound, that's considered to be therapeutic. So if you look at your CT scan or your CT scan report with your doctor, you can see where your bronchiectasis is. And as I said, it waxes, it wanes. You're reading your report, and it's like there's improvement in this one area, and then you're like, yay, and then you keep on reading it. But we see that there's more bronchiectasis in this other lobe. So this is what it does. It waxes and it wanes. But if you're seeing repeatedly that a particular lobe is involved, or for a fact that one is, hit that area. That's what my doctor said. She said, hit that area. And so I do, and I think a handheld massager is a great way to really target that area. For some people, it's going to be hard to get around to the back. You're going to have to be creative, or you could even get one of those back vibrators that are available, all online. I think mine is from Sharper Image years ago, but I have one of those as well, because when you think about it, there's more lung matter in the back of your body. That's why your doctor's back there listening to your lungs after listening up here. He or she is back there listening. So I do think that the vest did help hit that area. I think there's other ways of doing it. And I do not think the vest replaces either the aerobica or nebulizing. And, I'm not going to say what company said what, but I know of trainers working for vest companies that will say, now that you have the vest, you don't need to nebulize or use the aerobica. No, I do not subscribe to that. And National Jewish does not suggest that. What they like is you do it all at once. They like you to attach your aerobica or your nebulizing cup to your Robica, and then put your vest on and do it all together. They think the best air clearance is the one that takes the shortest amount of time and is most effective, and they think that is the way. However, you might choose to do them separately. Regardless, don't think just because you're got this expensive piece of equipment now you don't have to do the other things. I would strongly suggest discussing that with professionals, either respiratory therapists or your doctor. So that's what I wanted to say. And the thing about a hand-on massager is if you're used to using the vest and you can't take it with you on vacation, you can easily pack one of these. Now this one is like a $200 one. You don't need to spend $200. You can get like a $40 one. I just saw one on Amazon that was half price for like 20 bucks, and it had a longer arm. So get one that you think will be best for you. If you're not that flexible, you have joint issues, and how are you going to hit those back lobes? Okay, Linda signing off from Be Clear. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Believe it or not, I am not monetized. I've done over 170 videos, and I'm not paid for this, and I still need a lot more viewing time. So please view, have your dog view. I don't care who's viewing, but please be a team player and help me out with this, I guess, and watch. I appreciate if you watch my videos. There's a lot of great information here. Take care, be well. Bye-bye.